auto trade settings. So we're going to start with the top one. We've got allowed position type. So this is which positions are allowed to be opened by the auto trading. Long and short, long only, short, and direction of long-term trend. The direction of long-term trend is determined by the amount of bars you have at the top there. So if there's 1,000 bars back, the price in relation to 1,000 bars back will determine your long-term trend, in which direction the price is moving. So that will only allow positions to be opened in that direction only when the signal is available for a buy or sell position. So that's allowed position. Secondly, you have open hedge trades on signals or straddle. So what this does is it overrides the buy or sell signal and will open a position in both directions, or whatever your settings are, hedging those positions against each other. So you might have a buy and a sell, though they may not have the same stop losses or take profits, because if their distance away from the price is different, if you've got, say, swing point, the swing points will be different on a buy and a sell signal. However, if you've got static pips over your perfectly hedged position, so if you've got 10 pips as your stop loss and 20 pips as your take profit, each your buy and your sell position will have the same amount of pips loss and profit pips available to each position. So that's what hedging is for. I generally leave that off and just use the normal signal action. You could use that with in conjunction with just trading with the news and open hedge positions on when the news signals are available. Good for straddling the news possibly. You can play with those settings and see how it suits you. The next setting is the new signal action. New signal action is what action you want the Trader's Toolbox to do when a new signal is confirmed. So for instance, the very first option is open new, so it doesn't matter if there's other trades open. This will open a new position with new stop loss and take profits. Then you've got close profitable and reverse, so this will close all the profitable positions which are not in the direction of the current signal, and then open a new position in the direction that the signal has changed to. This is the exact opposite of that. Close losing and reverse will close all the losing positions that are in the opposite direction to the current signal or the current activated signal, and will open a new position on the activated signal. So it helps to prevent further losses in some cases, and if obviously you get too many positions in the wrong direction, it could create further losses. So it's up to you. You need to optimize how you want to use those. Close all and reverse. That's basically will close all the positions that are open and reverse, well, all positions in the opposite direction of the current signal, and it will open a reverse signal. And then wait for close will basically only open a position when all the current positions have closed by the stop loss and take profits. Okay, so that's new signal action. Trade block with fib less than. So what this does is to limit when a trade will be placed above or below a swing point. So say you want to make sure you get the 100% Fibonacci confirmation that the trend is changed or it's continuing, you would put 100%, and when the signal changes after 100%, it would only open trades. So you could put anything there to 861% of the fib in that direction. So that's what that's for. Minimum bars before new position is allowed. This limits so you don't open too many positions, say on a 1 minute candle. If there's a lot of volatility, it will place a trade and wait 1 bar before it places another, or 2 bars, or 3 candles, or 5 candles, bars, candles, whatever you want to call it. That's what that will do. Trade time limit mode. So what this does is it'll limit the trading times that this instance of Traders Toolbox will trade. So between what times on a day. So this is for every day. So these are the settings pertaining to that. 1700 hours or 5 o'clock to 11:55 or 23:55 hours. Those pertain to that, and whatever is ticked on the trading schedule per day when you'd like or you don't mind Traders Toolbox trading on, or trade on those days between those times. Then you have the last one on this list is close open trades on session end. So what this will do is when it's reached the final time that you allow a trade, it will close the positions if this is true, and also if the market's going to close 2 minutes before, we'll try and close all the positions, so you're not left with open positions before weekend or before market closure. That's what that one is for. Trade schedule, as I explained, is related to auto trade settings. Ignore market closure will ignore the settings coming from the server. Even if the market is closed, it will override and allow the EA to continue as normal regardless of market closures, which makes no sense either way, because if the market is closed, the EA won't be doing anything anyway. But it's there in case some brokers don't supply the correct opening and closing times for the asset. Then you've got obviously your trading schedule all the way up to Saturdays and Sundays for cryptos, as Saturdays and Sundays is the only days or the only assets that are traded on those days generally are crypto that I know of. So that is trading schedule and auto trade settings.